Hello everyone, this is Ronnie. How is everybody today? I hope you can hear me fine. Take a minute to see if the audio in the video comes up fine. Hope everybody is doing good. Check out the chat. Hello Swamp, hello Michelle. How's the audio sound? How does everything sound? Let me know. And then can dive into this a little bit. Picked up a bunch of sport coats over the over the weekend, I guess. Sport coats and suits. It's weird that I only found those few things, but I'm gonna do a little research. A lot of people like this video. A lot of people will talk to me about buying and selling suits, where to price them, and so on and so forth. So I figured, you know what, I got a little bit of time this morning before I do some drafts, so let's make a video together. So we'll get into the first jacket right here. This one you can see right here, it has this nice brown houndstooth pattern. It's like a brown and black. Now this brand I don't usually pick up as much anymore, or unless it's a larger size. And the brand is Joseph A. Bank Signature Collection. I mean, you see the commercials on TV, you see this stuff. I mean, this stuff is not all that entirely great. I think you go into the store, the suit's like $700, and it's like they have everything marked half price of that, and then they have sales like buy one suit get two free. They're not really that expensive, but if you could buy the bigger and tall stuff, uh, this one here is 100% wool and is a 54 regular, so this is a little larger of a size. Once you get over 48 sizes, you get a little bit harder. Not going to see the size, the greatest on this, but take my word for it. So, what's up, Jory? How you doing? Adam, yes, Gretchen is back. I picked her up Sunday morning in Boston. Her flight was delayed about. What's up with my lighting here? Okay, that was weird. But yeah, I picked her up. She was a few hours late. Their plane, I guess they had some real bad turbulence, but all is good. She's back. But we're gonna look this up real quick here. We're gonna go to a screen share. So behave yourselves in the chat. Don't act up. So here we are. We're on eBay. Joseph A. Bank. Go down here to men's clothing, and we're gonna look at blazers and sport coats. This is a 2-button, but not really. I'm gonna go into here. Get as accurate as possible. 100% wool. Then we're gonna look here and see jacket size. What the hell? I'm gonna go 52, 54. As you can see right here, from here, there's only 151 on here for sale right now. 352s and 2150s. So you can kind of get an idea for 21. So there's not a huge amount. So we'll pick 56 too, just to get an idea of a few different ones because there ain't that many. And it comes up 80 results. That's screwy as hell. But pre-owned 71 currently listed. You can see they're all different price. I want to check out the solds more so. 124 sold. So these sizes sell regularly better than others. Someone got here. That's a lot. That's a Harris tweed, so that's going to sell a little bit more. Another Harris tweed with Joseph A. Bank. Similar one. It's another Harris tweed. See the prices go down about 50-ish. Yeah, I'm expecting to get 50 to 60 for this one. I got this at half off. It was $3. So I'm gonna expect about $50. I'm gonna probably price it somewhere around 50 or 60. I run a sale here and there. Lately, I've been running a pretty aggressive sale because I gotta try to kill my defect rate a little bit. So I'm just trying to sell anything and everything to get that rate by the 20th fixed, and then I'll go back to my standard 20% off most likely. So paid 3, I'm probably expecting around 50-ish. Could sell as low as 40, could sell as probably high as 60. But still good return. Now, another thing you have to remember in with sports and suit coats and sports, they do take a little bit of time to sell. They don't sell overly that quick. Do you have a video listing top suit brands? I really don't, because suit brands are basically the same brands as it's very, I don't know. Maybe it's a video I can make, but it's not really a lot of the higher end suit brands you're not going to come across very often. There's a few here that are really good, and we'll explain them a little bit more there, Sam. So, Joseph A. Bank, really not great unless it's probably new. I would say larger size or mixed with a nicer material, maybe 100% cashmere, or it has the Harris tweed with it. It'll do better. Whoops, I threw away the chat again. All these buttons and things open. This is a 2-button. Yeah, this is a 2-piece suit. I mean, not 2-button. Just regular, like charcoal gray pants, slacks, flat front. A flat front is just, they don't have any pleats in the front. Flat front pants are kind of in at the moment. This is a Brooks Brothers 100% wool. And I'll show you the jacket. Check it. And a lot of people have questioned like on a lot of this stuff. Just sold something, and it wasn't for that much money. It was like a $16 thing. I'm trying to get the hell out of my store. Always funny when you sell those things. It's just a regular Brooks Brothers, Brooks Ease tag, and this is a size 41 long, little oddball size. See right there, this soup pile is now caved in on the side of the computer here. Just trying to keep it from avalanching on us. But it's a 2-button suit. These Brooks Brothers, just the regular run-of-the-mill Brooks Brothers suits like this, are usually a good $60 to $80. Maybe you can get a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the size. Bigger the size, more you can get. 41 regular is a little bit oddball size, as most suits are going to be like a 40, 42, 44, so on and so forth. These are about $500 retail in the stores. Not crazily expensive, but Brooks Brothers is a great brand. People love it. There's a lot of people, it's like Ralph Lauren. There's a lot of it out there because it is a popular brand. And I get another Brooks Brothers suit too, so we'll research after this. Yes, Richard, I live on Cape Cod. I live in Hyannis. It's like a charcoal gray and a blue pinstripe. Anytime you come across a pinstripe or chalk stripe jacket, it's going to be part of a suit. You got to have the pants to go with it most of the time, or it's going to be a harder sell. See right, this one is 40 regular and a 34 waist. This one actually tells you it should have pants with it. It'll say 40 regular, and then you'll see right there W 34, which is the waist of the pants. Some do, some don't. You kind of Not all jackets will tell you. Zegna will tell you if it's a jacket or a suit. So selling sport coats or suits, just the jackets, are very hard. Some I have sold some, and I'll pick some up here and there if it's a very good brand, like Purple Ralph Lauren, Purple Label Ralph Lauren, or like Chiton or like Brioni. I may pick it up because you're still gonna find somebody that wants it or will pay for it. But I've had terrible time trying to do it with lesser brands. It just does not do well for me. So, uh, like I said, most of the suits for us ran $15, and the sport coats were, I believe, $7.50. Except for the first one I showed you, that was half price. That was like 350, 375, whatever. So I show you the tag on this, just a regular Brooks Brothers tag once again, and when you get into like the 40, 42, that oddball size we just showed you, 41, there's so many uh, suits in that range with Brooks Brothers, or in general. That's a normal men's size. That's like a medium to large as you get to like a 44. Like 40 to 44 is a medium to like a medium large, and a lot of people are that size. So there's a lot of those suits out there. So some of those become very long tail-ish. Let me see here. Another screenshot. We'll go to share. Here we are back in. So we're gonna put in Brooks Brothers clothing. Research does not have to. You don't have to find this specific thing. A lot of people, it just depends on what you're looking for. But suits. Now they got a lot of different. Brooks Brothers has a lot of different makes of jackets. As you get into like the Black Fleece, which is with Dom Brownie, that's a higher end stuff. The 818 lines are more expensive, and then then they'll have the Madison fit, or they'll have a Fitzgerald fit. Ugh, getting tongue tied on that. That's what those seem. 818 is the line. It's a little bit higher, and then you get the fits of the jacket, like the Madison or the Fitzpatrick, or Okay. But as you get into here, let's see if we can look around a little bit. Regular size, and we'll get into what were we looking for? Pre-owned. There's no way really easier way because you're gonna get a lot of different stuff here. Like here's the 818 line, a little bit more expensive. Black Fleece line, gonna be more expensive. Black Fleece again. Black Fleece is their hand crafted, basically, men's suits are handmade. See right here, larger suits sell. Here was a 56 long. See right there, sold for very good money. But once again, this is also their 818 line. Just telling you because this is just, it's no easy way to show you on this one. But these Brooks Brothers suits that I'm showing you right now usually will sell in the say 60 to 100 range, maybe 120. Just depends on the size. As you do have this as being a regular 40, 41. I'm probably going to put them up for around $80. I may put them up a little bit higher, but that's where they're going to be. And they're long tail. I may sit on these for 3 months, 6 months. They're some, it's, believe it or not, some sell very fast. Like you just put it online, you're like, oh my God, it sold so fast. And then all of a sudden, you're sitting there and it's like, oh boy, um, that took forever to sell. And it just happens. There's not much you can do. Suits and sport coats are something that just take a longer period of time to sell. Adam, how do you store your suits long tail? I only have a few on hangers. I don't like keeping on my hangers. I I actually box them all up. We have a video if you search my channel about a year ago. We box them all up actually, and we have dry cleaner bags. They're all wrapped up in bags. We fold them up. We've sold roughly, I would say, 500-600 sports and suit coats over the probably last year or two doing it this way, and we've not had any issues from anybody. Um, most of the stuff has been dry cleaned before I get it. It might have a crease in it or not, but hanging it on a hanger doesn't really actually help too, because depending on the size of the jacket, and it's same thing goes for sweaters, you can get the dimples in the what do you want to call it, in the shoulders. So, and those are impossible to get out. Once you get that stretching in there, they don't usually come out. So we just do it that way. We had it on the video, talked about it, but we do it that way, and it's easier for us to store that way in our house. This is just a pair of Zegna men's dress pants, 100% wool. Um, there you go. Hamildo Gildo Zegna. This is a little bit newer of a their pants, more recent. 100% wool, made in Portugal. To 30, size 33, another oddball size for whatever reason. This is just a pair of pants. These are probably, $40-50. I'm not gonna look that up per se. Um, the hell else do we have here? Oh, this was one I made a mistake on. I got it. I didn't realize until I got it home and took the tags off. This is a great brand. It does sell a little bit slower, but this is Canali. Now they'll have different lines of Canali. Canali, this line is more recent. I mean, their main line. Your the brown label is actually more recent, and they have the Canali posters or something with a P. I can't really think of off the top of my head, and that's more of that's a cheaper line from them. And then there is also the Canali 1934 line, which is actually a bit more higher end line, like more better fabric. This is a size 50 regular. And another thing, like on these, a lot of Canali suits and a lot of Brioni, sometimes certain ones, they'll have the size in euro. As you'll see here, it'll say 60R, and that's the European size. So it's actually a 50 regular. You take 10 off. And you could also notice this by when you measure I don't know what's up with that light, because I'm looking over here and I don't know what light that's coming from. We're having like little disco suit action over here. I don't know what's going on. It's like a wedding going on. I don't know. I noticed that before, but when I look around and look at the lights, I don't know what's going on, because the lights all look fine to me, but in the screen I could see it's like, and I have like one, two, three, four. I have four lights on over here, and it's still kind of, including the thing open on me. But this is a little bit bigger of a suit. I like selling this kind of suit. The problem is, this is a black. It's like a woven wool, and it's actually called like a hop sack. But there is a problem. This would have been probably a really good suit to sell. Probably would have gotten north of $100, or about $100 for this one. But it does have some. I'm not sure if you're gonna see that. There's like a few little minor holes on the back of the tail of this thing. So I'm probably just gonna throw it up for like $30 or $40. Just, I know I can make some money on it. The bigger size. I think if it was a smaller size, I would just basically returned it Well, I took the tags off, so it was hard to say that. But this one didn't do as well as I planned. And I have another Canali here too, so we'll research the Canali when we get in another one. Here's another pretty decent Brooks Brothers suit. And this is actually not a suit. This is actually a blazer. The difference between a blazer and a sport coat is the buttons. Blazer is more like a uniform, so it should have some type of metal buttons, or sometimes it'll be mother of pearl. It'll be dark in color. Most of the time, it'll be a dark blue or a black, and it's just made to go with khakis or pants. This is dark blue. You can see right here it has the BB from Brooks Brothers. I actually have one of these same suits in my inventory. It hasn't sold, but it's the Brooks Brothers Country Club line, and this is made with Laurel Piana fabric, which makes it a little bit better. This was a 46 regular, so this is a little bit better of a size. Has the metal buttons. See once again right here. Most of the time with these Brooks Brothers suits with the metal buttons, for a regular size, we're talking 38 to, we'll say, 46, 48. You can usually get between, I'll say, 70 to $100 pretty consistently, maybe as low as 60. But they sell usually right in there, pretty easy. They're desirable. People usually will look and buy these fairly regularly. If you get a little bit bigger of a size, Brooks Brothers suits are actually very hard to find over 48. I've only found a few, and when I have, they've sold extremely quickly and fast. So do keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to act, crazy money, but you'll maybe be able to. You could probably get, say, 150 for one of those or something if you could find it in a 50 or larger size. This is probably the best one we found. This is a really nice pattern here. You can see right here, it's like a dark, it's almost like a green and brown herringbone with a blue window pane, and it's really nice. This is really soft. I knew sometimes I'll just run my hands down the jackets, and you feel something, and it's like, oh, that's nice. I like that. But this is by Canali. That's their blue tag. A little bit older, but still gonna sell regardless. And this is a 48 long, so I like that. Right there, we got a selling point. It's a long, and it is silk and cashmere. 41% silk, 59, no, 49. I gotta get my math right. 49% cashmere. So really good. This is really nice, and it has surging cuffs too. These are the cuffs right here. You see them, and they open. These are actually unbuttoned working cuffs, surging cuffs. There's probably another name for them. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But really nice jacket. It's a 3-button front, which is like, but we have other good selling points, being the silk and cashmere blend. Nice pattern, nice size, 48 long. We're gonna look it up. But go to a screen share here. Scroll up here. We'll go to Canali. Now we're in blazers and suits, and we're gonna go down to pre-owned. And okay, so we're gonna look here. We're gonna go a little bit different. What are the sizes on this thing? Sizes, we're gonna go 48 and 50. So that's what sizes we're looking at, kind of, to get a better understanding of what the prices are selling for. That's a different one right here. You see, here's a Canali Cangola. What's that, like cashmere and Angola, cashmere and wool blend. Okay, way too much going on in this guy's description here. Wool Angola and Cashgola. I don't know what Cashgola is. I've never heard of that one before. Uh, but Angola is actually very nice to get for suits if you can. You don't see it too often. But you can see some of these are selling actually pretty well. The 48 long, the one that's cashmere and silk, I'm probably gonna put it up around 150 or so. You can see right here. Here's a cashmere velvet. So you see the different materials are standing out. Bamboo. I've never actually found a suit that had bamboo in it. I like doing a curiosity test over here. 100% rayon from bamboo. I didn't even know rayon was from bamboo. That's weird. You see a bunch of different ones here. Here's a nice looking one here. At this point, I'm just looking. I'll get back to you. I'll get lost. This is 100% wool. Just has a nice pattern, nice size. See right here is another nice looking jacket. That's actually a suit coat, buddy. Sorry to break it to you, but they did sell it actually, so it does happen. Like that picture just has way too much going on. What's up with the shoes and the pants? What are you selling? I always like these pictures, but I just don't have the time to put all that stuff together. Seems like a little bit of a time, but we're going down. How many there here? So you see right through here, there is about, how many of these things sold? 157. And it seems like very quickly they get down to about 60 bucks here. We're on the end of the page here. First 50 sold, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I see a lot of suit coats though in here. Like that should have probably sold a little bit better. They just threw it up at auction. Yeah. That looks crazy. That picture looks like it's half gray and half like a darker gray. I thought that was like two-tone. You can see right here by the end of the second page, we're getting down into 20 plus 25 shipping. Where are you? Oh, Ukraine. I was like, who's charging $25 for shipping? So you can see it seems like a lot, a huge point of these are selling in that 60, 50 range. But I don't know. That cashmere and silk blend is going to be definitely a higher end. Like I said, we're going to put that one up probably for about 139, maybe 149, 129, in that range. It'll go on sale. It'll probably sell at about 100 bucks. And the one that had a hole in it, how do you get out of the screen share? Am I out? Oh, you guys just seen me. You guys couldn't see the screen. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I screwed that up, didn't I? All right, show this again here. So we'll get back here. We went through like I just looked at size 48 and size 50. There's 147 of these have sold. Some of these here have sold up in these higher bit prices here. Some of these are really nice. Some of these are materials I've never seen, like bamboo, nice linen, wool, and silk blend here. Just really nicer and Casgola. This is wool and Angola. I have no idea what Casgola is. Some special type of cashmere. But you can see right here, very quickly though, these jackets dip down within the first 50 here. You can see right here, they're about $70 shipped. We're looking at 69, 60 plus 8, 9 shipping. And then after the first, you're getting down here. By the end of the first 100, you're looking at about $46, $47 shipped. But a lot of these are actually sport coats, which people just label them wrong. But like that's a sport coat. I mean, a suit coat. A lot of these are suit coats. This is a suit coat. That's probably a suit coat. Mm. This one looks like it's two-tone actually because of the light. Doesn't that look different? Or is that just me? Actually, it looks like almost two. It looks like almost gray and blue on one side. Or am I just being petty? But you know, I'm expecting the cashmere one. I'll probably list that up at about near the more the higher point. It's a bigger size. It's cashmere and silk. It's beautiful. I think it's a nice jacket. I'm gonna put it up and expect to get probably about 129 to 150 is where I'm gonna price it, and then it'll go on sale or something. Maybe I'll get I don't know 50 or something like that. Okay, the screen share is not working then because I'm seeing when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing the screen share, so I'm just have to explain the rest of this to you because the screen share is not working at this point. I'm probably just gonna take down this video after this. Brown label is the newer one. Brown is newer. The blue is a little bit older, but not like a huge amount older. Like I said, the Canali Posponus or whatever it is, Posturus or whatever is kind of the lesser line. Um, okay, so you guys seen it just now, just not before that. Okay, good. The Canali Posponus is kind of the lower end line, and then the Canali like three. I mean, 1934 is kind of their more higher end line. This right here is a Corneliani or something like that. This is a part of a two-part suit. Is the drawers right here. This is a size 44 regular, 100% wool. This thing is going to bother me. I don't know what that is. But made in Italy, this brand is actually does pretty decently. They actually make a lot of the suits. If you ever come across the Polo Ralph Lauren suits that are made in Italy, they are made by Cornelia, Cornelia, whatever the hell that I can't pronounce that. That brand right there, you could see their tag, and you'll see this tag on some Ralph Lauren stuff. And this is the made in Italy stuff. This is how you know it's made with this brand because it has the same tag. And once again, the size is in euros, so we'll say 54 regular, which is a US 44 regular. And it's 100% wool. You can actually see where I'm guessing this was $799 marked down or something at one time. Because I've sold one of these Newitt tags a few years ago. I got like $400 and something for it. And it was just a suit coat. And I got it just because it was brand new. And I actually got like 400 for it. And it was on my best eBay day ever. I sold two really good things that day and did like $1,700. It was ridiculous. Ronnie, do any suit jackets, blazers sell well regardless of brand if they are made a majority of cashmere? Some do. I've picked up certain brands because it was cashmere and I thought they would sell well. Like I picked up a nice, beautiful Donna Karan of New York wool. All 100% cashmere, and it's even of a good size, and it's not sold. So you really have to be good. The Euro size and the US size is 10 is difference of 10. So if it's a 54 European, it's a 44 regular. It's a difference of 10. Subtract 10 and you get the US size. Ronnie, how do you decide how much you are willing to pay for buying high-end clothing pieces? Is it a percentage of the resale price? It just depends on the item itself. I think the most money I've ever paid for a clothing item was $75, but it was a 100%. I mean, it was a Burberry Sportcoat 100% cashmere. I think we got like $400 on it. If I'll spend $75 to make, what are you gonna make? 300 after that, 280 or so. That's not bad on one item. I kind of like that if you have the money to sell because I sat on it for like 6 months too. I think I got it in like late spring and it took to the fall to sell because suits and sport coats and that kind of stuff do not sell really that well in the summer. But I list stuff all year round because it's just like building your inventory. Eventually stuff will sell. I'm not and they still sell in the summer. They just sell at a slower pace. So if I'm just throwing stuff aside and waiting for the fall, I could have maybe already sold that item already. I'm not worried about the whole because it technically, if you have an eBay store, you're not worried about what it's going to cost you to sell that item because you're not paying for any fee for the listing every month. Now, if you don't have an eBay store, you're paying 20 cents to list something. Even if 20 cents is breaking the bank, would you? I mean, even if you had something listed for a year and you thought you may get $100 for it, I mean, what are you paying, $2.40 to have it listed for the year? So I mean, it's not something overly to worry about. But let's get into a screen share and check out this brand a little bit here. So we get into this here. We're gonna look at suits and put in pre-owned and put in 40 and 42 and we'll go 44, 42. So you see right here, one sold for, there's 65 that have sold. Some of these sell for about 200 bucks here, and then we're into, that's the same suit, ain't it? They sold it twice. See, they sold that. I mean, if it's the same suit, I don't know how they sold in the fourth and they sold in the eighth. So sometimes this stuff sells actually pretty quick. You see right here, they sell 100 and you consistently see right here, they have it with Ralph Lauren, which, like I said, they make some for Ralph Lauren. You'll know because it says made in Italy. If it's not made in Italy, it's not made by. You can see the tag right there is the same tag I just showed you. We'll get out of there. Back up. Back up. But get into a lot of these. See, there's a lot of these that are going to be mixed with the Polo Ralph Lauren. Just they make that stuff for them. 150, so I'm expecting probably, I'll probably price it about 150-ish, maybe 129 or something in there. You see we're going down here consistently over 100 with shipping, 89 still at 100, 99 shipping, so you got about a few down here, but a majority of these sold for north of 100. I would say 50 or 45 of the 65 of these sold for over 100. So that was pretty good. And actually, when you look up this brand right here, you see right here other good suit brands to sell: Canali, Hamildo, Gildo, Zegna. Which Zegna kind of depends more so. A lot depends on the when it was made, how old the tags are, and stuff like that. But Paul, whatever that guy's name is, Isa, who I just actually found a really nice Isa cashmere sport coat about a month ago. Brioni, Belfast. They got Zegna again, just about. They Oxford, Great American brand. Uh, Caruso, who's another great brand you don't come across too often. So, so it gives you right there some idea of some things to look for. So, you can see this suit is going to sell for probably more than 100. Most of them seem to sell north of 100. This was a mistake. I have no idea what I did, and I'm going to have to go back and see because there was a pair of pants, and I don't have the pair of pants. But this was a Brooks Brothers, and it's like a charcoal gray and red pinstripe. It's actually pretty interesting. This is an older Brooks Brothers. This is probably 70s or 80s. See right there, Brooks Brothers. But I can't find the pants. And no head. You can see this one is basically what they would consider half lined. The lining only goes to here. This is all open, so it's what they would consider half lined. It's actually not even. It's like a quarter lined. But I think the problem is I don't even know if I found the pants with this now. Ugh. But I did find the top, which I'm probably not going to list, or I may just auction off cheap. And I have the vest to it, but I don't have the drawers, which create a problem. I'm probably going to have to go back and check and see if it's in with the pants. Because I might have forgot it. It might have fell out when I was looking over the suits, and I just didn't notice it. Put it in my basket. Uh, that was a failure. Would you pick up any suit Sportcoat if it says made in Italy? No, but I would look them up. That's why you have a phone. That's why you have an eBay phone, eBay app. Go look them up. It's really, if you see something that's made in like Italy or made in England, it gives you that incentive that it's probably a nicer looking item, and maybe you should look more into that item. Just do a quick search on your phone. And we all have these phones nowadays. and they're easy to look stuff up. You just go to the eBay app and look stuff up, and it's pretty easy. It's not that hard. Hugo Boss for me has been a slow selling suit. I don't even pick up the sport coats anymore. Suits in general have been slow sellers for me for a while. Uh, Let me see here. Okay, I think I got all the questions. So I'll answer your question in a minute there, John. We love brands. This is another two-piece suit I picked up. This has a nice, like, herringbone window pane to it. And here's the top. This is a brand I don't come across. I mean, I see it sometimes and I pick it up. I actually do fairly well with this brand. It's not a really popular brand. Like, you don't see it that often. Southwick. And this is just a 40 regular, I think. It's wool. Uh, yeah, 40 regular wool. And we'll look that brand up. All right, screen share. Southwick. Men's clothing. Go down to there we go. Suits. Pre-owned. You can see even here pre-owned. There's only 61 that have sold, so not a huge amount. How many are listed? There is currently 121 listed. So you can tell it does. They don't. This brand does not sell the greatest, but there's over the last 3 months on eBay a total of 180. So it's not a one that you see a huge amount of. But you can see right here, these are used. We're gonna take out that first one. That's a three-piece suit. Anytime you can find a three-piece suit, it does bring more of a premium to a jacket. Three-piece suits, there's always a premium to those. You could probably mark your listing up like 25% or 50% just by having a vest that goes with that, having a three-piece. You can see right here the first two that have sold for the highest amount were three-piece suits, three-piece, three-piece. Then you go right here, 129, 120, 99. With shipping, you're looking at 120 still. I sold that one. That's my listing. So I mean, I like selling this brand. Sold this one. This looks to be sold. I don't know what I got for this. This sold on sale. I think it was saying, just I like this brand. Like I said, I pick it up. I guess I sold it on sale there. Sold for 10% off of 107-ish with shipping. So let's see a few more down here. This one even had Laura Piana fabric. They got, $80 for it. And you see some sold not that great down here. So just goes to show, I like this brand. This is a brand that I sell. And like I just showed you, I sold one. And that's it. Um, Other brands right here, like J Press is a good older brand. They make some decent suits. Hickory Freeman is hit or miss. Uh, Samuel Sun is actually pretty good. But stop. All right, there we go. So I mean, that's what I got to find. That's what I got to list up today. Suits and sport coats, they do take a little bit more time. I would recommend putting in measurements at least for. Um, you kind of want to put in your measurements for your pit to pit, and you want to check. That's the biggest thing is check the size of the pit to pit versus the size of the jacket. Let's say if a jacket is like that one's a 40, the pit to pit should be double the measurement plus 2 or 4 depending on the size of the jacket. So if you get a pit to pit of like if the jacket's a 40 regular, it should be a 42 to 44 should be your measurement. Um, a lot of older jackets are going to be a little bit more looser, so they're going to be in that 40. A 40 would be a 43, 44. But if you get into a newer, like suit supply, maybe a lot of newer suits, they're going to be a little more slim fitting. That is more the style now. That is more the not all brands, but a lot of especially European brands seem to fit a little more slimmer, so it would be a 40 rego would run like 42 pit to pit, and that's a good way to tell if your jacket's been altered or not. And so you really want to pay attention to that. Adam, it's the same thing, just armpit or pit to pit, the same thing, brother. But thank you very much there for the super chat. I'm choked, choti. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but thanks very much. I appreciate it. They look alright, but when you just throw something on the floor, what the? I'm actually throwing them in a. They're in a tote here, so they're actually just right there. And they're actually on the floor. So, uh, it amazes me the quality of pictures. Some look tremendous, others look terrible. Yeah, people's pictures just depend. Even on our pictures, it just depends. I think it depends on my wife's day, how she feels. Sport coats and suits do cost more to invest. That's why if you it's something that you're new to and something you're just I don't know why I have scissors in my hand. If you have something you want to invest because they're gonna take longer to sell. Maybe going to half off days, getting stuff that way or dollar days, and get your feet wet with, or go to the bins and get your feet wet in selling suits, coats, and sport coats. If you're new, it's kind of hard to sink up a lot of money invested into that kind of stuff, and you're not going to see your return very quickly. It might discourage you from selling, and it kind of sucks. But it is fun. The more you build up, the more you sell. Is another thing too. They are a pain in the butt to photograph, but that's why I have an assistant. My wife, she likes taking photographs. Uh, Suits are not that really bad to ship. They just go in a flat rate box. I mean, there's one of 3 boxes I send suits in. Either suits or sport coats are either going to go into a medium flat rate box, which if I'm sending to the West, because I'm on the East Coast, I'm in Massachusetts. So if we're sending something to, um, if we're sending something to the West Coast, I don't know why I was on the blank there, California, even Texas, I have to put it in a medium flat rate box, $12 or 13, what is it, 1305 or something like that, 1265 something to ship it. Sometimes if it's thin enough or small enough we can squeeze it into a medium flat regional A box, which is still kind of pricey, anywhere from 7 to $10 to the West Coast. And then if it's close to us, we put them in regular boxes. They're like the medium flat rate boxes. I don't have any actually here. I have some in the back of my truck that we got out of our storage unit, where I have extra boxes. But that's what I actually store them in. I think they're the size 20 box. They're like 13 by 8 or something like that, and they just slide in. They're almost the same size in the medium flat rate boxes. And if it's close to us, we just do it by weight. So if it's like going to Ohio, it's only $8. If it's going to New York, it's like $7. If it's going here in Massachusetts, it's like $6.50. So that's how I ship them. Easy to ship. We actually have videos on the channel about shipping. I actually did a show with Luke the Endless Entrepreneur about a year ago selling suits and sport coats. If you guys want to look for that one over on his channel, you go over there. Let me see. And then there's someone asked about J. Crew. J. Crew actually sells pretty well for suits and sport coats. It's more with the earlier crowd, people. Banana Republic, J. Crew. I've even sold Express suits very well. All those brands, though, you kind of do want to look on the inside tags to see the season they're from, and they all give you an idea. Like S14 would be like spring 14, most likely. So you do want to check and look and see if they're more recent. They do actually sell pretty well. Uh, what's up, Paul? Where you been, brother? Mr. Resale Ronan. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. But yes, Craig, pit to pit, armpit to armpit, chest is all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same measurement, just worded differently. But shoot sales actually will are strong in the spring. You got Easter, weddings, people just buy suits. This is actually the best time of year is from probably January to May selling suits on eBay and sport coats. And like you see it usually you'll see it on like a J. Crew or Express or even Banana Republic. You'll see it on the hem tag. It's on the hem tags. I don't have any pieces close to me, or I would show you. But usually on the hem tag of the jacket, you'll see it on a J. Crew or the other one. Those mall brands in general. Well, Paul, I would say it's time to get some shit listed. Thanks, Craig. I appreciate it. Killing me. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys all later. Have a good day. Thanks very much for watching, hanging out with me this morning.